And so swimming in the water, you're literally floating and flying. Sometimes I take a snorkel out and I go swimming underneath coral caves and around past some sharks and past a manta ray and back onto the beach. It's almost like I'm flying, Gordon, and it's just such an amazing thing. You don't need to go to space to feel like this. You can just get a snorkel on, and you got to have that kind of charisma about it. You could go out there and think, oh my God, I can't swim, this is crazy, I'm scared of the ocean. But I realized the farther I swam, the more interesting it was. It's almost like exploring. You see different terrains, and navigating between islands. I actually had the idea years ago to swim between the Hawaiian Islands or the Tahitian Islands.
This guy is going to make this crossing probably in a record time.
But actually we're swimming for plastic in the ocean, we're swimming for Hawaiian rights, and we're swimming for evolution in human understanding on this planet. I set out the first swim to swim from Tahiti to Mo'orea, which is about 12 miles, and took all day long. It was gentle glass, there was no wind, and there was little fish swimming underneath me the whole way, and I think that they weren't following me, but I'd stop and the fish would kind of swim away. I didn't see them, and then when I start swimming again, they'd come underneath me and swim underneath me. And so I felt so connected to the marine environment to have two little fish in the middle of this big blue ocean with no other fish in sight swimming underneath me. I was like a big fish, and I really got a kick out of it, and I was just turned into like a jellyfish where I do these small breaststrokes. And it's not about the time it takes to swim across the channel. For me, it's all about the endurance. And I felt like I had gauges of my heart rate, my temperature.
We're heading to Molokai, we're crossing the channel. It's about 9 miles. We started from Kapalua Bay, sandy beach, and right now we're about a mile off of the beach, heading southeast. The current is pushing southeast for a swimmer pattern, which is a favorable current. It might make it for you to swim to be a little bit longer.
I really fell in love with the concept of swimming the channels, and it was really my greatest accomplishment by far, more than sailing, is swimming from Tahiti to Mo'orea or from Maui to Molokai. And I've swam around Oahu except for some parts on the east side. It's just such a different thing when you're in the water and you're constantly fighting to keep your head up and breathing the air, and you're immersed in this fluid. It's just, for me, it's completely exhilarating, and it's really spending the time in the water, 5 hours or so. I really see the particles of pollution very well in the water, and can see certain areas and all the different effects it has at sea, spending the kind of time I have. And so that's why I have such a great love for the ocean, and also spend the time in my life to figure out solutions to ocean environmental pollutants.